Alrighty, I know it's been a while since I posted a video. Well, nothing's really broken since the last time I posted a video, but here we go. Today's video is how to replace the lock cylinder, or whatever you want to call it, aka the thing the key goes into, in a 94 Thunderbird LX. Now, between the LX and the standard, it's the same part, so, or at least it should be. No one's told me different, so I'm running with it, right? Okay, to start, you need to disconnect your battery, the positive and the negative. Never hurts to be careful. Weird crap happens when you're not taking the extra step. All right, now on the bottom of your steering column / underneath your steering wheel here, there's a shroud or a cover. And on that, as I'm about to show you, I apologize, the angle's going to suck because, well, I'm using my phone for this one, so. Alright, you got some screw holes through here. And then, this little tigger right here at the tip of my finger, that I'm right there, that's a viewing port. If you look up through that, use a flashlight, or in my case, I just took the screws out and dropped this whole little chunk of cover here to get a flashlight in there. You can look up through there and see the bottom of the cylinder. Now you see you got this little button on here, right? Well, there's a trick to getting this to pop up and out so it'll slide out. The reason I'm not showing it from start to finish is because I tried it this morning, dropped this one in particular, and shot some springs and a couple little copper pieces out of it. So this one was toast, and I had to buy a new one by the end of the day so I could get home. Did it. Anyway, you got to make sure your car's in the run position. So your battery's not going to be hooked up. It's not going to do anything. And in the run position, you need to stick a screwdriver up through that hole I just showed you, onto here. A little fine tip thing works great. I had this little pointy worn down screwdriver that I used for it. Put gentle pressure on it and just start to slowly rock it back and forth and pull. Be gentle, because otherwise you're going to, something's going to tear out or whatever, Unlike with the shift knob, this takes care. And then it'll come out. If you notice, it's got, these lines and indents on it. Those all line up in there. So when you get the new one, you need to make sure it's in the exact same, inserted the exact same position. And then you can gently, when you twist it, I don't know if you can see that too well in here. If you slowly twist, you can press on that little pin. Oh, now that I'm trying to show you, it doesn't want to do it. Slowly press. And it goes in, comes flush. Just do it real slow. You actually have to eyeball it. It helps if you have the one you took out, so you can hold it up and see which angle the key was at and just slowly turn. Don't go yanking on it or else this thing comes apart. This whole bit pops out and all you're left with is this outer piece. On top of that, you got to be careful because this little pissant piece is what I've been calling it today. That'll pop out, and this little copper piece will pop out and bend. This one bent because I honestly got pissed off and threw it, after about 20 minutes of choice words and a few too many cigarettes anyway. So yeah, it should literally slide back in. And then once it's in and you got pushed all the way in and it feels like it's seated good, you need to rotate the key back to your, off / accessory and just rock it back and forth a few times. Make sure it's actually seated. This pin isn't spring loaded, so it's not like when you get it back into the run position, this is just going to fly out. When it's in that position, this will actually just be popped down and gravity does the rest, I'm assuming. Or at least that's how it looks like it works. So, there's some great instructions out there. I read quite a few forums. Actually, the sheet I got with the part, it could have had a little more detail. And I found like one video from a guy that does everything Ford. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. That, he gave a pretty good description and he showed it, and that gave me the little next step here, but figured I hadn't seen one exactly for a 94 Thunderbird, and that's my gist until this car kills me or I kill it. I figured I'd run with it and do another video. So I hope that was helpful. You're more than welcome to comment, yada yada. At this point, I'm just running with whatever breaks next I'm going to try and fix. I got to do the brakes on this thing at some point, and I haven't even got around to doing the rattle can paint job I'd mentioned. Don't even know if I will. It's too windy and cold and rainy out here at this point. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful. Don't crucify me or anything, but that's my 2 cents. Not an expert. As duly noted, probably, if you've watched the first video and into this one, choice words seem to be my preferred method of doing stuff. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. Sorry if I rambled a little too much here and there, and hope you have a good one.